So Gamescom opening night 2022, hosted by my best friend and yours, Geoff Keighley, just took place. I actually did end up live streaming it. I know I'm a liar, I'm a piece of crap, but I was bored and I figured I will hang out for a while and stream it. Thank you to everyone who came through the stream. We had a great time hanging out, not so much with the presentation, but I did want to give my thoughts of the presentation in a video format because, well, I'm sure you don't want to sit through 2+ hours of me talking about this presentation live. I want to talk about the things I liked from it, the things I didn't like from it, and the things that just kind of made me scratch my head because I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I just don't understand video games anymore. Maybe I'm the outlier to this. Maybe this was the best presentation ever, but there was just so many things that left me scratching my head with this presentation that I just wanted to talk with you guys about it. So if this is your first time here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share, hit the bell notification as well. And without any further ado, let's talk about Gamescom opening night 2022. Now, we're going to start things off positive because I'm Positive Pete here on this channel. I like to be a positive person all the time. Sometimes. Hogwarts Legacy. I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan in the world. I did watch all of the Harry Potter movies with this girl that I was dating because she was mad that I'd never seen them before. Literally over the course of 2 days, we watched every Harry Potter movie. That was a lot to take in, but I think this game actually looks kind of cool. You know, I'm not like the biggest fan of the franchise or anything like that, but I like how it's a game that doesn't look like it's a kid's game. You know, most of the Harry Potter games that we've gotten so far have been kind of bright, airy games that look like they're designed for a younger audience. Whereas, you know, the average Harry Potter head is probably getting older in age right now, so they want something a little bit darker, a little bit more serious. And I think this game really does look like more dark and more serious in tone, and I like that about it. I think this game has a lot of potential. I still want to see some more gameplay from it. Of course, this game will be coming out in early 2023. Except for Nintendo Switch owners, you can all go to hell because that game will be released at a later date. That's something we're seeing more and more of. Should it be a cause for concern? I think so, but obviously we're not here to talk about Nintendo Switch concerns with this presentation. We're just here to talk about the presentation itself. So Hogwarts Legacy, cool. Good looking game. I like that. Callisto Protocol. Now, this was a game that I feel like we've seen enough of it. I understand what's going on. It's Dead Space-esque, and it takes place in outer space, which is a motif for this whole presentation, but I like this game. I think this game looks awesome. I cannot wait to play this game when it comes out in December. I'm definitely sold on it. Sonic Frontiers. Hey, Sonic. I like Sonic, all right? I'm a Sega fan. I like Sonic, and Sonic Frontiers, if you weren't sold on the game, this was the trailer that would sell you on the game. This is the trailer that pretty much took everything that we've seen so far, put it together, put it in one little nice presentation, and made you believe that this game has a future, made you believe that this game could be really good, because I loved what I saw from this. I loved what I saw from this. I thought it was really cool. I thought the whole thing with Amy was like a nice thing because it showed you there were some story mechanics. Who's this mysterious girl that's following you around and telling you to leave the land and telling you that you're messing up the land? Like, is there going to be some overarching, really serious story with this? I don't know. I kind of hope not, because I mean, it is Sonic the Hedgehog game. It seems to be a little bit silly, but I think the gameplay looks really fun. I like all the different level styles that they showcased, such as, you know, the traditional open world mechanics, the levels that are like 3D behind the back view that look like there's some side-scrolling stuff in there as well. I'm definitely looking forward to this game. And we also got the release date for it, November 8th. Kind of a tough time to launch, you know, right near God of War Ragnarok, and Pokemon comes out the next week, but I will be picking up this game for the Nintendo Switch because I'm curious to see the quality of it. I might end up having to pick it up on the Xbox or PlayStation if they just absolutely butcher the Switch version of the game, which, you know, there is a chance. Okay, there is a chance of that. We have seen that before with Switch versions, but I'm definitely high on this game. I definitely liked what I saw from this game, and I'm definitely excited for this game. We even had a pretty sizable surprise with Killer Clowns from Outer Space getting a video game. This is actually being done by the director of Friday the 13th, the video game, and if you know anything about me, you know that I'm a sucker for Friday the 13th. I think it's a phenomenal game. I absolutely love the multiplayer in that game. Evil Dead looked kind of Friday the 13th-ish, but they just put too much stuff into it, I felt, so I haven't actually checked that game out. But Killer Clowns from Outer Space is a very niche franchise, but it has a cult following, and I think that's the perfect style of multiplayer game for this. Now, they didn't really say too much how the game was going to work. It is a multiplayer game, so, you know, strap your boots in and get your friends ready because you're going to be playing this game, but I like what I saw from this. I like what they did with Friday the 13th, and I hope it's more Friday the 13th than something like Predator or Evil Dead is. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's more of a controlled, tight experience like Friday the 13th was, but, you know, it'll be interesting to see. It's a great IP to use. It's definitely an IP that I don't think anyone had ever thought about using in a game before, so I thought that was pretty cool. the okay stuff, you know, Dead Island 2 was showcased. It was nice to see that game finally. Looks like Dead Island. It looks like Dead Island and like Saints Row like made out and had a baby, because I got very Saints Row, you know, the new Saints Row sort of vibes from the trailer. Take that as you will. It doesn't look like it's taking itself very seriously, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I know Dead Island 1 wasn't exactly the most serious game in the world, but it did have a more serious tone, more so than just slapstick, the guy looking like Lenny Kravitz hanging out with his wacky friends and, you know, trying to take out all these dead zombie creatures. Kind of weird. The game is called Dead Island 2, takes place in LA. California is not an island. LA is not an island, so maybe the earthquake finally hit LA and now there's an island around it, and that's how it works in the game. So, you know, that was cool to see, I thought. But once again, this was something that we already kind of knew it from leaks, but it was nice to see it. There was also Tales from the Borderlands that was there, or new Tales from the Borderlands. There was a lot of games there. I will say there was a lot of games there. As far as surprise announcements, as far as new announcements are concerned, the ones that we got were just kind of, there was a game that looked a lot like Forspoken. I called it Devil May Cry, or Devil May Sand, or Devil May Cry, because you got sand in your eye. Like, it looked like a sandy Devil May Cry Forspoken style game. A lot of outer space games. They had the European Space Assembly there, or something like that, with some chicken outer space. Like, what was that about? Why are we talking about outer space? Why is everything outer space all of a sudden? Like, I feel like we've gone down this road with video games before, where there was tons of stuff happening in outer space, and now we have more space games, because evidently game developers can't get over the satisfaction of having a game in outer space. There were awards that were given at this show as well. I don't know why. It was like most anticipated Xbox game, and it was like 3 games. It was most anticipated PlayStation game. It was 3 games, all multi-platform games, PC as well. So I thought that was kind of weird and a little bit out of place. Evidently, there's an award show happening at Gamescom later on, and then we get to the bad stuff here. And I think the overall tone of the show had that Keighley stench to it. And I know Keighley. I've talked to Keighley. I understand Keighley. It's a business. I get it. You gotta have sponsors. You gotta have this, that, and the other. Okay, I get it. I can look past the commercials you gave me. I can look past all that stuff. But the problem is, 2 segments that happened towards the end of the show when you expect the big stuff to be happening. One was Hideo Kojima. So all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, Hideo's here. Maybe he's gonna talk about his next project or his next game. And he technically did talk about his next project. Podcast. A podcast. This man went on Gamescom to talk about his own personal podcast that he's going to be hosting. That's coming soon. Why? Why? What does this have to do with video games? I understand you're a video game creator. There's millions of video game creators who do podcasts. Why would you single out? Oh, that's why you single them out. You got a little crush on Hideo, don't you? I just thought this was very vain and out of place, and just something that wasn't needed. If he showed off a teaser or said something about his upcoming game, okay, you know, I would let it slide. But just to simply go on this show and promote your podcast, I don't care. I don't care about your podcast. There's a million podcasts out there. And then they showed off a Pokemon car vehicle, an electric car made by Mini, that you're supposed to play. You're supposed to bring your video games in it and play your video games in this car. I'm sorry, we're not supposed to text and drive, but video games and driving, that's okay. You know, you got to run over a grandmother crossing the street. Hey lady, look, I'm trying to capture this Pokemon. You can go to hell. You know, you were in my way. There was lots of weird stuff there. Plant a tree, save the environment, plant a tree, give us money to plant a tree. I don't know, just go buy a tree and plant it yourself. That, to me, seems like a cheaper alternative, and at least you know that tree is getting planted. But the one thing I took away from this show, and the one thing that I think everyone should take away from the show, was look who was there, and then look who wasn't. Look who was there presenting, and look who wasn't there. Look who brought games, and look who didn't bring games. There was 3 companies that were completely absent from this show, for the most part. Sony, they showed off a new controller for the PlayStation, like a premium controller. You can swap out the buttons and stuff like that. It's like an Xbox Elite controller. That was all they showed. Microsoft, they didn't really do anything. They did a commercial for Games Pass. It showed you some stuff coming to Games Pass. Most of it was PC Games Pass, but beyond that, they didn't show you anything. Microsoft had nothing to show here. Sony had nothing to show here. Nintendo, they didn't even do a commercial. They did nothing. They did absolutely nothing. You could say, well, the Pokemon car was part of it. Nintendo only owns 1/3 of the Pokemon company, okay? I don't think Nintendo could be there and be like, hey, Pokemon people, you can't do the Pokemon car at this event. No, Pokemon company decided to do this car at the event for whatever reason. And then that was what we were given. So your three major companies didn't bother to do anything for this presentation, not show up, not announce anything, not showcase anything, not update anyone on any games coming to their platforms that are exclusive and first party games. So right then and there, that should tell you Geoff Keighley is a great salesman. He's a great salesman. He can make you excited for nothing. He can make you excited for a box of crap. Geoff Keighley could crap in a box. Hideo Kojima could crap in the box as well. They can mix it up into like a pudding and then sell you this box and be like, hey, this is going to be the most exciting box you've ever anticipated. This is going to be the biggest box and it's going to blow your mind. It's going to be awesome. You're never going to experience something like this again. And he's always a very good salesman, but I feel like at some point in time we have to be like, these events just aren't good. And maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the old man yelling at the cloud or something like that. But this event just wasn't good. If I wasn't hanging out with people in the chat of my live stream, I would have been bored out. I would have fallen asleep. I'd have been taking a nap right now. So, I don't know, man. It was nice to see some of the games. It was nice to see like Hogwarts. It was nice to see Sonic. It was nice that Killer Clowns got a surprise announcement. But it's just like, there needed to be more. There needed to be something more of substance. There needed to be something more from a big company. You know, a Microsoft, a Nintendo, a Sony, showcasing something to be exciting about, or showcasing some details about a game that are very minimal that exist right now, or they expand upon, or they reveal a game. Like if we want to take Gamescom opening night live as a serious event, that needs to be watched and it needs to be showcased and it needs to get people's anticipations up high, you need to have the games to back it up. And for me personally, they really didn't. They really didn't, but maybe you feel differently. Maybe you love this showcase, and if you did, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. I am happy that you got joy in life. You being happy brings me joy in life, because right now, I have no joy in life, because I didn't like that presentation. Let me know what you think of everything in the comment section down below. Huge thank you to everyone who came by the second channel and hung out during the live stream. We had a ton of people in there. It was a wild chat. We had really good times. I bitched about NASA and all that sort of stuff because I'm on a crusade to take down outer space or something like that. But let me know what you thought of the show in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you watch the video from earlier today. Make sure you watch the Shenmue video from yesterday. Make sure you watch the Nintendo Switch Secret Sauce video from Sunday. There's tons of stuff happening on the channel, and there's more stuff coming. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.